society treats you better if you look a certain way. We tend to view them as if they're above us. You're looking up at them. Those girls are pretty, so are we. There's no standards for you to be beautiful. You are beautiful. So now that I tell you that you are beautiful, all you have to do is to feel like you're beautiful. And honestly, sometimes I'm just like, why do we even call people pretty or like beautiful? Because that makes it seem as if like ugly is wrong. Because for me, I don't think there's a definition for beautiful. It's just you're beautiful. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. Just because they're an apple, what? You need to suddenly become an apple too, but you're a cake. But I think something that'll get you even farther is a kind personality, a kind heart. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How have you guys been? I totally didn't just do this intros like 5 times because I literally just feel so awkward. Haven't seen you guys in a bit. Well, not really. I've seen you guys like last week. What the hell am I saying?
Okay, hold on. What the fuck am I doing?
I know a lot of us, especially as girlies, you scroll on Instagram, you scroll on TikTok, you scroll on whatever, and you're just constantly like, oh my god, I wish I looked like this person. Just because another person is pretty doesn't mean that you aren't. The reason I want to talk about this is because this is something that I struggled a lot as a kid, even now too. I think a lot of us, when we scroll online, we see these influencers, we see these celebrities, we tend to view them as if they're above us. You're looking up at them. But the thing is that you need to understand is that they're human. They put work into that. I'm not just saying this as if like I'm attacking you, like you're not putting any work. That's not what I'm saying. They just don't like wake up looking like that. I'm not saying that those people who look good want you to feel shitty about yourself, but it's like they want you guys to think that they look pretty, right? You need to get to a point accepting the fact that those girls are pretty, so are we. Just because they're pretty doesn't mean that we aren't pretty, right? Everyone's different. And I 100% understand like emotions of not feeling like pretty because I grew up ugly, quote unquote ugly, because ugly is not a real thing. These are videos I want my younger self to know, which is the fact that you are not ugly. But if you want to become conventionally attractive, you need to put in time into yourself, because those people that I see online, oh, trust me, they put in time into yourself. Maybe some people, they wake up naturally really beautiful, but for most people, it takes time. At least for me, it takes time. If you want to change, nobody on this planet can tell you what the fuck to do. People love putting you in boxes. It makes them easier for their brains. They're like, oh, she fit into a certain box. So for you, it might be harder for you to break out that box because you're like, oh, I don't want to like, you know, make it weird. You can get out of the box if you want, okay? But again, it takes courage. You don't just flip a switch and you just can suddenly just change, because sometimes it's a mentality. Nobody's better than you, okay? You need to also remember that. Don't just look at a girl next time, oh, she's like so much better than me. No, she's not. It doesn't mean that just because a photo that she looks really good and suddenly makes you worthless. Babe, come on, that doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make sense. Of course, online, people post the best parts of themselves. You didn't see the part where she woke up and she's dressing up herself. You need to view her as a human being. It's easier when you view everyone as a human being, okay? Don't idolize anyone. Don't put yourself down below anyone, because that's fucking exhausting. If you know how to do your makeup and you look pretty, you're not like, oh, I'm the best out of all of you guys. Fuck you guys. No, that's the wrong mindset too. We're just all girls. We're just all girls doing our own little fucking silly ass shit, putting on a little makeup, putting on blush, putting on lipstick. We just all want to feel pretty, right? So just do things that make you feel pretty, okay? You see this? This is not natural. I have lipstick on, I have a concealer on, I have skin tint, I have blush, I have falsies, I have contacts on, I do my brows, you know? It takes a lot to look like this. My hair, you know, are all combed and stuff, and my outfit, my jewelry, my nails, literally. I'm not trying to downplay myself.
Oh, I'm so ugly without makeup.
I look beautiful too, but it's like, to look like this, I do need time. Why I'm saying this is that I need you to view me as a human. We need to view everyone as a human. We need to view IG models as humans, okay? And there's also a variety of different things that makes you feel pretty, right? For me, it's like makeup. Recently, I decided to get a new eyeshadow palette. I put on the little glitters on my eyes. I don't know if you can see it. I feel pretty. Or a certain fragrance that I really like. Or making my room look a certain way. That makes me feel pretty. Hence, I would like to introduce the sponsor of today's video, Low. I just want to say that I am extremely picky with my scents. When I tell you guys this thing is good, please believe me, it is good. That's a diffuser. Do you know what a diffuser is? I never knew what a diffuser was. And ever since I opened that diffuser literally smells so good. This has been in my room ever since I came back from Japan. I don't know how to explain it. It's like laundry. Recently, I discovered their perfume, which is the Peach and Tea. This one, you can see I've been using it for a while. And this one is Harsh Green. This scent literally smells like you're in a field of flowers. Okay. Oh my god. I think it's just because I like light, not too strong floral scents, which is why I really like them. This is literally the same one. I got another one because this thing is so good, because once this runs out, I know I'll need another one. So let me give you like a brief history for Low. It's basically a startup from Korea where a bunch of researchers got together and created a fragrance brand. Something that I really like about Low is that they take their environmental impact very seriously. Hence, they take on eco-friendly practices in creating and also packaging their products. Get yourself a diffuser. I mean it. Look at that. Look at how cute she is. I'm so happy to be able to work with them. Anyways, thank you, Low, for sponsoring this video. You just have to smell it and you'll understand. Like, it's just, I love their stuff. Yeah, some people might even edit their photos to look a certain way. So you're literally comparing to the impossible. And that just makes your life so fucking hard. Following certain people makes you feel like shit, that don't follow them. If you want to look a certain way, you are capable in attaining that, because nothing in this world is fucking impossible. If you want to look like a model, you can go look like a model. You just need to get the idea in your head and you just start executing it out. So what I don't want to see anymore is you guys downplaying yourself. Next time you see a photo of a pretty girl, you're going to say this. You're going to be, ah, she's pretty. I'm also pretty. I'm a fucking queen in my own way. People just post whatever makes them feel good about themselves, and honestly, it's up to us whether we feel like, you know, threatened by it or not. And we need to accept that. Some people just look beautiful, and you're beautiful too. And honestly, sometimes I'm just like, why do we even call people pretty or like beautiful? Because that makes it seem as if like ugly is wrong. You get what I mean? Just fuck the standards. Literally,
Fuck the standards.
everyone's a human being. Everyone is different in their own special way. Everyone's different. Everyone's unique. And that makes us special. Think about it. Would you really want your younger self to be hearing that? I look ugly. That's really mean to say to your younger self. If you wouldn't say that to your younger self, you should not say it to yourself. You're beautiful the way you are. And you may be what is beautiful? I don't know what is beautiful, but you're beautiful, okay? Just know that. I'm beautiful. What's so wrong about saying that? And you may be I'm not beautiful. Yes, you are. Define beautiful. You can't, right? Because for me, I don't think there's a definition for beautiful. It's just you're beautiful. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. You are beautiful, okay? There's no standards for you to be beautiful. You are beautiful. So now that I tell you that you are beautiful, all you have to do is to feel like you're beautiful. Whatever makes you happy, putting on a fucking headband makes you feel pretty, then put on the goddamn headband. I don't know if I would call this a glow up, but I didn't always like look like this throughout my entire life. Back then, people would say that,
Yeah, she was ugly back in high school.
I was not conventionally attractive. But when I look back on this, now that I'm 23, I'm a fucking adult. She was cute. She just needed the confidence. The person back then was me, and the person me right now is me. If I'm pretty now, why can't I be pretty back then? When you realize that other people are human, they probably have to go to the gym, they work out, they eat very, very healthy, they probably have a certain routine they stick with, do certain sort of makeup styles, you know, they do their hair, they get their nails done all the time. A lot of money, time, and energy goes into the appearance. If you want to look a certain way, you can. Nothing is permanent in your life. I feel so shit about myself, so hence I'm gonna feel shitty about myself my entire life. No, you can change things. I also don't want you guys to get the wrong message like, oh, I need to change to become like that. No, do whatever makes you happy. You are allowed to change yourself. Because us humans, we change. Big celebrities, they have access to certain resources that we don't. People are just not always like that. They get certain stuff done to look a certain way. Sometimes just knowing like the reasoning behind that, it makes you humanize them more. Some people are just naturally born beautiful. I think this takes a long time of like self-love, especially now I've gotten older. I realize that looks aren't everything. Just because a person is pretty doesn't mean that they're a pretty human being, because they can have the most nastiest, horrible fucking personality. And I know it sounds cliche.
Beauty comes from the inside.
But it's true. But also there are people who will look really pretty and have amazing personality. A lot of us, like when we see really pretty people, we tend to feel envious. And then I asked myself, why am I envious of this person? It's because I wasn't putting work into myself. I felt jealous because this girl is able to express herself how she wants to express herself, wearing the clothes she wants, doing the hair she likes, wearing the makeup she wants. Once I realized that, I'm like, oh, okay, then I can also do my makeup like her. Why can't I do that? And you have to experiment, you have to practice. It's like everything in life. Those people that you look up at, they probably came a long way to look like that. Just because something works for another person doesn't mean it automatically works for you. Other people can rock a really harsh eyeliner. For me, that doesn't work. You need to understand your own features. You need to accept your own features. And I feel like makeup looks the best when you are enhancing your features. Sometimes the thing is that you just don't fit into the conventional beauty standards, okay? I remember, especially back in high school, you know, I didn't dress myself up. I was overweight. I just didn't really care how I looked, but I kind of just accepted the fact that I'm never going to fit into the beauty standards. Literally fuck the beauty standard. Of course, you get treated better if you look a certain way. That's just the honest truth. That's the harsh fucking reality. At the end, you need to do something that makes you happy. If you're like, I don't want to fit in, I don't give a fuck about the beauty standards here. Fuck it. fuck it, who cares? Don't fit into it. But if you're like, I want to look a certain way, change how I look, then do it. I feel like the things that we look at, we slowly become them. That's kind of like what I think. And it takes time. And then someday you might be the person that other people are going to be like, oh my God, I really want to look like her. Don't you get it now? You're just human. You had a lot of trial and error and trying to become like this way. And next time you can probably just tell other people like, if I can look a certain way now, you can do it too. You are beautiful in your own way. We're all so different. You cannot compare apple to oranges. You can't do that because they're fucking different. You can't compare fucking an apple to a cake. They're fucking different. How do you compare them? They all have their own benefits. Just because they're an apple, what, you need to suddenly become an apple too, but you're a cake. A lot of people love cakes. Once you put someone on a pedestal, it's just a matter of time before they disappoint you. Why put anyone on a pedestal? Why would you do that? Take them as who they are. I feel like as a kid, maybe you would put people on a pedestal because you look up to them. But when you get into an adult, don't put anyone on a pedestal. Trust me, it'll only bring you disappointment. Either you accept for how you want to be, completely fine. You want to change how you look, completely fine. Whatever the fuck you decide to do, once you start doing that, once you stay true to yourself, you don't feel jealousy towards other people. Jealousy is a very natural human response, but I think it's better if you try to look into it. Why are you jealous? I was jealous because they were doing something that I didn't have the courage to do. This might not be for everyone, you know, on fixing their jealousy, but like this fixes it for me. I think it's also just like the mutual understanding of like what each of us put into our appearance. Like you kind of understand, wow, like she has such good lighting. Like I wonder how she did that. Her base is so nice. Like, oh, I love her contacts. I love her lashes, you know? Slowly, like you can also just learn from it too. I don't want you to get the wrong idea, like I need to copy them. I need to become them. Like that's not what I mean. It's just that beauty comes in so many different forms, right? There's so many different girls that I look at and I'm like, wow, she's so beautiful. And I can look at another girl, I'm like, oh, she's so beautiful. And they look nothing alike. When you look a certain way, that's great, you know? Honestly, pretty privilege is fucking real. Society treats you better if you look a certain way. But I think something that'll get you even farther is a kind personality, a kind heart. Like you should be a good person in here. Let's say you fit into the conventional beauty standard, or if you don't fit into a conventional beauty standard, don't bring other girls down. That's just really upsetting, you know?
Oh, why is she dressing like that?
And I remember back in high school, I had that mindset because I didn't have the courage to dress up, so I looked down on other girls. But internally, it was because I didn't have the courage to dress like them. It was really petty of me. Of course, I never said this, but it was just in my mindset. Okay, you beautiful queens, peace out. I'll see you guys next week with another journal entry, okay? Anyways, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing rest of your week, okay? Bye-bye, love you guys.